You're listening to the Major Pod Network, the only place where your favorite toy store, card shop, arcade, theme park, and arena are all on the same block. Scratch that major itch.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 47 of MC True Long Island Story. I am your host, the internet champion, always ready, Matt Cardona. Happy Woo Year, right? That's something Zach Ryder would have said.
Happy Woo Year. I'm also your producer of the show, Smart Mark Sterling, Esquire. You look a little different, dude. A little different today.
I'd show you my my wedding band, but I don't have it on.
I don't wear it either. I jammed my finger years ago, and I can never put it back on, so I don't wear mine.
I got to get one of those silicone ones. I'm not a jewelry guy.
Me neither. Not really.
No, not for
but
me.
you're married. You're a married man. We went to your wedding. It was a great time.
Just married, bro.
Yeah. How you feeling?
I have recovered. I'm back in Orlando. I went to the gym today. Did some cardio today. I've been trying to eat right.
Me too.
I think I'm going to do no alcohol until Live 11 maybe.
I literally am going to do that too.
Because I had a lot of it.
Yeah, let's see if we can do it. But hey, we had a great time. I got to Vegas on Thursday. You were there for a couple days before that or something, but we ended up meeting you guys out late on Thursday night. That was super fun. You and all your friends.
We'll probably talk more about it on the Major Recipe Podcast. I don't want to double tell stories.
Okay, but it was super fun. I think there are some people that watch this show that don't listen to the Major Pod, but it was very fun. A lot of MC or Z True Long Island Story cameos.
I mean, Chiappetta was the MVP of the weekend, I think.
There's a lot. I think there's a lot of behind the scenes stories that I wasn't privy to that he sort of really helped out to. I would love to hear some of those stories. Maybe we'll get those.
He did an impromptu speech at the rehearsal dinner.
And who made him do an impromptu speech? How does that happen?
I did a speech that I wasn't quite prepared for, just kind of thanking everybody. And then I ended the speech by saying, you know, if there's any single ladies here, Chiappetta is single, you know? And then I don't know if it was right after that. And then Morrison gave us impromptu speech. And then my brother started chanting Chiappetta, like a chi. And then he had to get up. And like he took the longest route possible to get to the front of the room. He just wanted to be seen. And he grabs the mic and he has it like this, like he's doing the "if you smell," and he cuts his whole. It was unbelievable. He says, "For those who don't know me, I'm the best friend of the internet champion." He did his whole thing. He said, "I got 2 words for you, best friend." He killed it.
Wow,
he killed it.
Hey, no, that story is made for this show. But we had a. We had a great time. I may have not fully blacked out, but I certainly had conversations that I don't remember very well.
Yeah, everyone, told me beforehand, take a step back. Everything goes by so fast. And it did, but man, it was a long wedding. It was long because
it didn't feel like it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I tried not drinking like beforehand because I knew it was going to be a long day. I had these vows to remember where I did, in fact, start Hosky version 2. I ended my vows with the lines to Hosky version 2, forever Hosky. Was that a big pop, Mark? Big pop?
That was a pop for me, for sure.
I don't know if my dad liked it. But I was like sipping on stuff all day, getting ready, and I wanted to remember the night, and I do, but I think once it hit midnight and the fireworks went off, I think I said, well, f it. And and I just gave up not drinking. And I was drinking the whole time before, but I think I said, all right, all bets are off now. Let's just go. So like after midnight, there was 2 more hours of the party. I don't even remember it.
Yeah, somebody said it's a 7-hour wedding, and I'm like, oh my God, wow. But then it felt like an hour. I'm like, that went by so fast. And then people are kicking us out, and on my way out, I made sure I grabbed a couple of these bad boys.
The wedding brawlers.
Bro, I had a bunch of bags.
Who cares?
And my wife is looking at me like, what are you doing? Someone's going to get mad. And I got nervous. I'm like, oh, crap. And I ran out without saying bye to anybody. like I was stealing from the wedding.
A lot of people didn't take them. So I was not upset one bit. I'm thinking this is more money for me, baby. Sell them.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congrats. It was fun. It was one of the more fun weddings I've ever been to. So thanks for the invite. We had a great time, and the trip back wasn't even too bad. So awesome.
Well, thanks for coming.
All right. Any follow-up from last week, episode 46?
Not really. And if there was, dude, I was like off the grid, so I wasn't really checking social media. If there was any follow-up, I missed it, to be honest.
All right. I got a few things.
I'll be completely honest.
That's all right. Merrick Miami says, and it's funny, we'll explain who he is. We've talked about him before. I was one of those 13-year-olds with the wig, glasses, foam fist. I'm enjoying the hell out of this run and grateful that I actually got to be part of it. I continue to feel the same way every week with MC True as I did Z True. Merrick Miami is a guy who is a young kid who won Broski of the Week, who then grew up to be a pro wrestler, who then got to wrestle Matt Cardona on the Indies this year. And I think that whole story
we had a hell of a match. He called me out on social media.
Yeah.
He took his shot. You know, that's what I always preach that. And I said, well, if you get you promoted to Pad the Lope, I'll be there. And the rest is history. And he beat me. He beat me.
I think it's awesome.
I put the kid over. You know?
You're right. You got to.
That's right.
Hoove Tube. In 2011, my fandom was starting to diminish as I found very few things in wrestling to connect to. That's when I discovered Z TRUELONG and story, and I was immediately hooked. The self-deprecating humor, the inside jokes, the homemade feel of the show endeared me to Zack Ryder as a character, and I became a broski for life. Seeing Zack finally win the U.S. title was like my team winning the Super Bowl. It was a great moment in wrestling history. I have followed Matt's career ever since, and I love seeing him get his due on the indies as the king of the death match and the biggest babyface ever. Keep on kicking ass, Broski. Woo, 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 you know it. Of course.
Well, I appreciate that.
Great put over.
Now that you mentioned feedback or follow-up, so we talked about in the past couple episodes that iconic cell phone pic of me, Punk, Daniel Bryan, Air Boom, Cody, Beth Phoenix. I was going through my photos, and I have the original version, the professional still photo version. It's a little variant, like we're doing different poses.
Yeah.
But it's from that shoot, and I posted that on social media.
I saw that.
I think everyone's seen the cell phone pic, which I now think is iconic. But I don't think many people have seen that photo because I forgot I had it. It was in my Facebook.
Yeah, send that to me. Let's do a little comparison pic. We'll put them both
it's
up.
Slightly different, but you get the idea.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think so too.
All right. Clay Matthews Elevator says, now I want a Dude Buster Stuck in Europe movie, Home Alone 2 style. That'd be pretty funny. We told the story about them getting stuck on the side of the road. Or
and Trent Beretta was at the wedding.
Trent! I sat with him. What a good dude. Jimmy Baboza. I think the 48 Easter egg refers to an upcoming segment in the 48th episode. So we will see.
We figured it out. It's Ziggler's return.
Right.
Because it's in this episode as well.
Okay. John Me. If there's a wedding vlog, does that mean Broski gets to write it off? Well, smart idea. I think we missed the boat on that.
Yeah, we should have did that.
Right. You got married for the show. Chartreuse Ninja number 7. Can we get a Nature Boy Buddy Landell bendy?
Probably not.
Okay. All right, that's all I have.
Are they from Twitter? Where are those from? The YouTube?
That's from YouTube.
Did we mention that the Major Pod Network got to 100,000 subscribers, so now I'm Broski 2 plaques because I'll have 2 plaques, one from the original series and one from Major Pod Network?
I think we did. We talked about it for sure.
Did we? Is that a second plaque and third plaque coming, Mark? Or what?
So we get an email about it. Just recently, I think it was this weekend while I was traveling. I have to respond with a bunch of stuff, proof of this, proof of that.
Well, get it done, Mark.
Okay,
Let's go, baby.
I will. All right, so let's move on to the Broski of the Week. There's only a few left. But before we do that, let's hear a little word from our sponsors.
The Major Pod Network has a new tag team partner, Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Everybody needs some liquid courage to make their own weekly purchases. Scratch that figure itch and scratch that PBR itch.
Get your PBR beer, get your PBR hard coffee, and get your PBR stronger seltzer.
8%? If you're listening to this, you're already a major mark. Now it's time to become a major PBR mark.
Use the hashtag MajorPBR and post your pictures and videos of you major marking out.
Pabst Blue Ribbon and the Major Pod Network, the new tag team champions of the world.
Of the world! But we're definitely not getting any new figures from Mattel.
The Broski of the Week.
All right, the Broski of the Week. You will win this 8x10, which is also available on mattcardonamerch.com. You will get this Broski of the Week headband. There's not many left. There's what? There's 40, but this is 47, right?
Yeah.
47, 48, 49, 50. There's 4 left, and one's about to be given away, so there's 3 left. And you will get the Broski of the Week sticker, which I think I just dropped on the floor.
I noticed a lot of people scrambling. A lot of people scrambling, realizing they only have a couple more chances to be Broski of the Week.
That's
officially.
it, because we are going to do some more episodes after episode 50, but we will not do Broski of the Weeks in there. We're going to do a couple standalone episodes. We're getting our man D Freedom do some research. Hopefully he gets it done. If not, we might take a couple week break and then start them back up. But there's like, after these 3, well, this one and then 3 more, there'll be about 10 or so. And then that's it. Then we ride off into the sunset again and come back in another 10 years.
Yep. Yeah, we'll do it again. We'll have somebody else host the MC True Long Story, where we talk about this show.
So the Broski of the Week this week is at Huss_bar.
He did it.
Did it.
People were rooting for him.
He finally did it. Hell of a review here. Z True Long Island Story was a big part of my reintroduction to wrestling. I grew up mainly with the Attitude Era, with some Golden Age and some New Gen that my brothers showed me. But after some time into the Ruthless Aggression Era, I took a short hiatus. It wasn't until college around 2009 where a college buddy of mine would talk about wrestling with me, in which I would start checking out the current generation at that time. After starting to really get back into wrestling again in 2011, I was introduced to Zack Ryder and Z True Long Island Story and was immediately hooked. After that, my love of wrestling was really rekindled. Zack Ryder was a new type of wrestler. I had never seen him before, and Z True Long Island Story made you really root for him. At that time, social media was really starting to get popular, and Zack was really taking advantage of that, which was a breath of fresh air from some of the other wrestlers you would see and are used to. I have never laughed so hard at some of the segments, and it really helped me get through some hard times. Zack was someone you rooted for and wanted to see win. I've always wanted to be Broski of the Week, but I never had the courage to make a video. Now, because of Matt's podcast, the Major Wrestler podcast, I gathered the courage and made a video and song for the Major Mark Neon Light Contest. That was the moment that really changed my life and helped me become who I am today. Zack and Z True Long Island Story really helped build my foundation for where I am today as a person. Well, wow, what a review. Broski of the Week. Husfar, you are the Broski of the Week. And that made me realize a couple more things. One, I hate reading things out loud. I hate it. I always stutter. Take a shot of Major PBR. So when it came to writing my vows, I knew I had to memorize it. I couldn't write them down because I knew I'd stutter all over the place. And also it made me realize that John Morrison said in his impromptu speech, which he kind of had rehearsed, he just didn't tell anybody. Yeah. He was going to mention that segment where you think you're walking into my dad jerking off to him, but it's just a shake weight. But he didn't bring it up.
Well, I thought you did a great job with that, by the way. But at first I'm like, oh my God, he's not reading it. And then I was like, of course he's not reading it.
Yeah.
This is so Matt Cardona. But
yeah. we got to put a clip or a picture. Really happened while we're taking the professional photos with the camera person of Morrison putting a Johnny Mundo or Mayor Slamtown bandana on my dad's head for a photo. So we got that photo. We put that in.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's add that in.
Yeah.
All right. Tweets. January 1st. Z 2012. Year of the Broski.
Z 2012 or Z 1012.
Z 1012. Year of the Broski.
It was not the year of the Broski.
December 31st, 2011. This comes with a picture. You're seeing it right now. My New Year's Eve kiss is greater than yours. Z 2012 and Chi left. This is the girl you were talking about. There's a picture that you tweeted. So she's right there.
Oh, hell yeah.
January 3rd. Did I almost go to hell tonight? We'll talk about that later. January 3rd. Montel Jordan needs to make a comeback. This is how we do it. Funny to me because I think that was a big part of your wedding, wasn't it? Didn't you come down?
My brother ended his best man speech with "This is how we do it," with a quote from "This is how we do it," and that's how we made our big entrance with these giant fog guns.
Yes.
For "This is how we do it" by Montel. So all these years later, still love Montel.
Yeah, that's so funny. January 4th, help Broskis need ideas for a new set design. Now I'm thinking, in your head, well, this is moving to the WWE, so I need to up my ante here for the set.
That, and I knew I was moving apartments.
Oh, really?
I believe there's like one more episode before. This might be the last episode in that apartment. And then we move into another apartment, Chi and I, where he gets his own room finally.
Oh, that's cool. All right, January 1st. This one's a cool one. Zach attacked New Year's Eve. Here's a picture. You're seeing a picture right now. Zach attacked New Year's Eve in NYC with @Nathan Zagura and M. Chiappetta. First of all, Nathan Zagura, we talked about him early on in the show. I was a huge fan of him. He is an announcer for the Browns, or a radio correspondent for the Browns, but he used to be a fantasy analyst, and he was my favorite fantasy analyst. I'm a huge fan of his, and I mentioned that on the podcast, and I said we met you guys out on Thursday night, and he was the first person to come over to me, gave me a big hug. I'm like, Nathan Zagura, this is so cool. It was really nice to meet him. I took a picture with him there. So, yeah, it was pretty cool. And you're seeing him right now hanging out with you on New Year's Eve. So 10 years later, you're hanging out with Nathan Zagura on New Year's Eve.
At my wedding. And then the next day, we all hung out. We went to New York again, and we rode that roller coaster. We can put in that picture. We can put in that picture.
Put that up right now. I saw it on the internet. You got a lot of pictures to send. All right, last one, December 30th. Broski's been on the road all week trying to get this True Long Island story finished. It is a grind, baby.
Yeah, those weeks were always tough. Right after Christmas, after Christmas loop, you'd have a day off for New Year's Eve, and then back out, the next day. Miz, goddamn, but this year, had to leave my wedding early. He had to literally wrestle the next day on pay-per-view.
Yes, and also, big thank you to The Miz. My wife's mom has no idea what wrestling even is. She's one of those people who think I have a weight class. And but she watches Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, there you go. Miz took a lot of pictures. Like my Aunt Karen wanted a photo.
Yes, exactly. So he filmed a little video to send to my mother-in-law, and it was a huge hit. So big thanks to Miz.
Brownie points for Marky.
Yes. All right, matches this week. 1/2/2012, just one. So this is the Raw on the second day of the year.
Okay.
3-on-2 handicap elimination. John Cena, Big Show, and Zack Ryder defeat Jack Swagger and Mark Henry in 8 minutes and 25 seconds on Raw at the FedEx Forum in Memphis, Tennessee.
I have no memory of that match whatsoever, and that's weird. The handicapped with more baby faces than heels?
Well, okay, let's get to it. Raw, January 2nd, 2012, FedEx Forum, Memphis, Tennessee. Live, USA Network, 3.1 rating. Big rating. Interesting dark matches on the show. Skip Sheffield defeated Michael McGillicuddy.
When did I take a shot, Mark?
Take a shot. Daniel Bryan defeats Cody Rhodes in 3 minutes.
That's a dark match?
No, that's a regular match.
Oh, Jesus.
Dolph Ziggler with Vicky defeats CM Punk in 13 minutes. And the Bella Twins defeat Eve and Kelly Kelly in 2 minutes.
Woo!
All right. Oh, and also this is the Raw that Chris Jericho makes his comeback and does that weird where he goes to the ring, everyone's freaking out, grabs the mic, doesn't say anything, leaves.
Okay.
That was like a weird thing. I think he did it a couple weeks. So here's what happens. Ditched by their tag partner, Kane, Mark Henry and Jack Swagger were forced to fight John Cena, Big Show, and United States Champion Zack Ryder in the 6-man elimination match, 2-on-3. So Kane was supposed to be the partner.
Okay.
Big Show and Mark Henry are first eliminated by a double countout in the handicap match.
Okay.
With the numbers working against him, Swagger put the ankle lock on Ryder, but Cena tagged in and hit the All-American with the attitude adjustment for the victory. After the match, Kane surprisingly emerged up through the ring to attack Ryder.
Holy shit.
Then tried to suffocate Cena. The big red monster nearly pulled the United States champion down through the hole in the ring, but failed when Cena pulled his friend out of the abyss. Before Cena could get his hands on Kane, a monstrous burst of fire erupted from the hole in the ring, allowing the big red machine to escape. You know, that's in the episode, so you remember that part.
Right. We'll talk about that when it comes up to the episode.
Okay, but the match itself, whatever,
no memory.
8 minute.
I had no idea it was a match into that, but this makes sense. No memory of the match, though.
Okay. SmackDown, filmed the next night. You were not on it. January 6th, Verizon Center, Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm not sure if you were on it, but you didn't have a big segment. 1.8 rating. But here's a funny little segment. After being humiliated by Sheamus and Hornswoggle 1 week ago, Heath Slater challenged Hornswoggle to an over-the-top challenge. Although it looked like the one-man Southern rock band would find success in hurling his pint-sized opponent over the ropes and into the loss column, Hornswoggle latched onto his long red hair at the last second, causing Slater to plummet to defeat. So, Heath Slater versus Hornswoggle on this episode.
Heath Slater was at my wedding and was very upset when the Elvis impersonator I booked came out. He was upset that I didn't ask him to do it.
Right.
Which is legit heat over that.
So, yes, for sure. And Heath Slater, just a wonderful human being.
Oh, he's the best.
Being able to hang out with him, wonderful human being. And then the main event, still Mark Henry, Daniel Bryan in the Big Show on SmackDown. This is when Daniel Bryan's starting to turn heel a little bit.
This is like the no stuff?
This was like kind of, he starts to beat the Big Show, but cheating.
Got it.
Things like that. He's going to start the no stuff soon. This is actually when he's starting the yes, in that he's over celebrating.
Right.
So he would win by cheating kind of and be like, yes. And then people started to like it, whatever. Anyway, interesting time in professional wrestling. Let's hit episode 47 of the True Long Story.
Here we go, baby.
Normal open. All the merch,
open. All the merch. So much merch. It's like unbelievable. We're going to do a bonus episode. Well, not a bonus, but after these four, an episode on just merch. The only notable thing I can say here, sign of the night, sign of the week, Mr. Belding for Raw GM.
It should have had it. It should have happened.
You know, at least a 1 week thing. I would have loved that.
Right.
I go into 2012, year of the Broski. It's funny now looking back because it was the year of Broski's death.
Right.
But at the time, I was so optimistic. I'm like, okay, everything I did for the past year worked. I started 2011, not on the show. It's now the beginning of 2012. I'm the fucking U.S. champ in a storyline with Cena and Kane. I'm like, what could go wrong? Didn't realize the storyline with Cena and Kane is what could go wrong.
Yes.
Right.
My God.
Holy shit. Next up, we do a little, I talk about all these famous shows that have spinoffs, like Friends and Joey.
Yep.
Cheers and Frasier, stuff like that. And we show a clip from Chi, True Long Island Story. And it's Chi talking about how since I'm on the road, he has to protect the Internet Championship. He's watching TV, hears a knock on the door, and he just lights up a lightsaber. Chiapetta has since taken down all of those episodes.
Just going to ask that. So he had his own YouTube channel?
His own channel, his own episodes, everything. And I believe like the first week, he had like 60,000 views on episode 1.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Right? Like insane.
Absolutely.
And he took this show very, very seriously. It eventually led to a lot of, dissension between him and I, in the sense that I'll never forget coming back from WrestleMania. And okay, so if you knew like the gear that I wore, some things were not specially made, like the sunglasses, there were merch sunglasses, or like the wristbands were merch wristbands. So like there's no way for me to know which ones are special or not because they're all the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't keep them from every match. Like what's the point? But for WrestleMania, I made sure to keep my fucking WrestleMania wristbands and sunglasses, have them in a special place so I would know these are from WrestleMania. And she took them and a bunch of other merch I had to film some like League of Their Own skit for his show. And then like A, they were covered in like dirt from the baseball field. And B, now the glasses and the wristbands were mixed in. and I didn't know which ones I wore at WrestleMania. I was hot, bro. Hot.
Well, I remember watching that show. I remember sort of being excited about it and watching it. So there was like more Chi, more Big O stuff on that show.
Another. This is a funny story that I told a few times this weekend. Is that Chiappetta got so over from this show that he was able to create his own show, and he met a young lady on social media and met up with her WrestleMania weekend. That WrestleMania, and he was staying in my room on the cot, the spare bed. And I remember he went home early with this girl, and I'm like, well, I'm not going to my room. I'm not, this is, I need to go to sleep, because I have to probably wake up for access next morning. Open the door, I give a little knock, open the door, and they're sleeping, no big deal. They're, I didn't walk in on them, or I didn't think I did.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like they were naked or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
So I just go to bed, no big deal. The next day, he tells me that I did walk in on them doing something, and I thought he was going to be mad. And he said, "Thank God you walked in when you did. I couldn't have lasted much longer."
Chi is a national treasure.
Chiappetta.
You missed something right before that. You did have the Broski of the week. It was the first fan in a long time, and it was just a kid. He had sort of all the merch. He even had the U.S. title with the Zack Ryder nameplate on it. So
yeah, I stopped putting those videos in because they stopped getting really good. But if there was a really good one in, or I'd put it in. Really
also, I feel like that guy with all that merch has got to be a major mark. He's watching the show. Who are you? Reach out to us if that's you.
Is that Mike Maniaki? Who is that?
Yeah, it was.
I don't know. It looked like him.
All right, now we get a Curt Hawkins segment. But, oh boy. Bad audio. He looked very uncomfortable. And then it goes nowhere.
Well, I think if you look at the bottom, it says WWE.com. I feel like he just mentioned me on some WWE.com video and I just stole it. Because it doesn't make any sense. I think I was just using the mention.
Right. Yeah, and it was just
it makes no sense.
It almost ends in mid-thought.
Yeah.
Doesn't even really finish it. So I'm like, I don't know where this is going. But I'll tell you this, Brian has gotten way better with his promos and his screen stuff since 10 years ago. All right, so crazy segment. You go to that Kane pulling you in the ring thing. Cena saves you. I'm gonna lay out here, let you sort of talk about that and explain what the hell happened here.
So, like I kind of said earlier, at the time, I don't see anything wrong with this. I'm the U.S. champ. Mm-hmm. I'm buddies with Cena on television. Mm-hmm. Kane has just returned. It's a big angle, Cena and Kane, and I'm playing a part in it. I didn't see anything wrong with this yet. Even getting dragged to hell and Cena saving me, I thought that was great. I thought it was great TV. I remember that night, Triple H pulling me aside and saying that I oversold, and I'm thinking to myself, I oversold getting dragged to hell? What? How do you oversell getting dragged to hell? I'm getting dragged to hell. How do you oversell that? He said my facials were over the top. Okay, and maybe they were. I'm getting dragged to hell, a.k.a. being brought under a ring, which is supposed to be hell. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, if we're pretending that a hole in the ring leads to hell, we're going to say that my facials were too over the top? Right?
Yeah, okay.
It's like, at that point, it was like with that, and after Survivor Series, like I said, I thought we were finally on the same page, but he mentions that I just got my hair dyed. I think they were just looking for things that I was doing wrong.
Okay.
That's how it felt at the time, at least.
Yeah, for sure.
And now, it's a running joke between me and my friends that I got, told I was overselling being dragged to hell. Because it's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Like, what if I undersold it?
Oh, no.
Right? Right.
What is this?
I'm getting it was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I didn't think anything of it. Like, oh my God, they're burying. I didn't think anything of it. I thought I'm just being used in the Cena Kane story. This is great.
Of course.
I didn't think anything of it yet.
Right. Big angle. Main event.
Big angle. Yeah.
End the show.
We eventually find out what happens, but at the time, I think it's great.
after that, so the fire comes out of the ring, which is insane. A really cool visual.
Yeah.
Now you're back in the set, and you say you're not afraid anymore. This is the Home Alone thing. I am not afraid anymore.
I'm not afraid anymore. And instead of old man Marley walking up, is Chiapetta just tap me on the shoulder wearing a Kane mask. And I do the which leads to the Chi taking it off into the "Are you serious, bro?"
Right. So, are you serious, bro? Tweet of the week. Y2J returns without wearing a Broski headband. Are you serious, bro?
Topical.
Yeah,
Jericho
sure.
goes back, added in. Then we get into that weird video, which is definitely Ziggler returning next week. We figured that out last week.
Later. You do another segment where you're making the pounded Eve joke. This time you show the video of it.
I explained. Fist pound.
Yeah, fist pound.
Fist pound.
Then you sing a song. It's gonna be Z, to the tune of "It's Gonna Be Me."
Right.
You had a good time doing this, it seems.
That's classic. That's, as Michael Cole say, vintage Z Long Island story.
Hell yeah. Back to the roots. Sing a
back to the
song to
roots.
her.
That's
Did you
right.
know that there was an Eve thing going on, or were you just trying to make that part of the show?
I think a little of both. Because we
Okay.
did the tag thing.
Yeah, and then you did the fist pound.
Yeah, I think we're doing something. Again, I'm in two angles.
Right.
I have this love interest with Eve. I'm with Cena and Kane. I don't think anything of it. I don't realize it's going to be the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to say that's like being like pure optimistic. There was no reason to think this is a bad thing. Oh, I'm involved a lot in the show. Once with this love interest with this hot chick, and then with the top guys. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And this week, with my vows, like I said, I did close the vows. First of all, I've never written vows before. So I kind of wrote them loosely, right?
Bullet
And then
points.
I'm like, I don't know if this is long enough, right? And then I Google like how long should vows be, and I'm like, oh my god, this is way too long. But I'd already like committed,
I see,
where there wasn't enough time to go back.
Yeah, you're not going to cut. You can't cut vows.
Well, also like in my mind, in my memorization mind, first of all, I'd started the day before. I couldn't like redo it because there's so much going on. I had to just keep, I had to commit. Like, all right, this is going to be like 2 or 3 minutes. It is what it is. Might have been a little longer. Heath says that he's like filming the whole thing and he's going like, take it home. I got to get that footage. But even like the, I don't know who you call, what's the officiant, whatever you call him. He must have thought I was done. I took the mic. I said, not yet, brother.
Yeah. I got some more.
I got some more because I had hit the main line, which is, I hope you never move on and find yourself a new broski. I'll love you forever because you're my forever hosky. You know how to get
Big
that
pop.
in.
Yeah, big pop from everybody. I think the Canadian people were like this.
Yeah.
They have no idea. The wrestlers, they knew.
They popped.
All right, so normal closeout to the show, but it does.
Yep.
You do have a funny picture of Chi and assuming your New Year's date.
My New Year's Day didn't work out. That's not the one I married.
Right, exactly.
That's not the forever host.
And your New Year's date was Chelsea.
Yeah.
All right, so let's finish out this show, but before we do that, let's hear a little word from our sponsors. What do you got for the Are You Serious, Bro tweet of the week?
Are you serious, bro?
Only a couple more of these.
Yep.
Use the hashtag Are You Serious, Bro? And if I read on air, you will get an 8 by 10. This one comes from at Tristan B11B. At the Matt Cardona isn't doing a vlog of the wedding. Hashtag Are You Serious, Bro? I will say this. I did pitch for Mark and Brian to do a vlog, and Brian declined. I do have some videos that if you're a member of the Major Pod Patreon, every month we do a bonus vlog that I'll send to Mark to put them in.
Yep.
There's like John Morrison breakdancing, a couple of weird things.
I have some videos too that will be in that.
Yeah.
In that.
But, we did have somebody video the wedding, and not only, I don't know if they send you like whatever, 7 hours of footage, but one of the things they will send you is a little like trailer. And I think I'll put that on the YouTube channel. Might as well get some ads, some ad money for it, right?
That's a good idea.
Right? Might as
That's
well.
a good idea. We'll get a thumbnail, a wedding thumbnail.
Yeah, f- it. I'm trying to make all my money back, baby. Those wedding bras that people didn't take, I'm selling those. I'm so carny. I don't give a f- I brought the internet title, a foam finger, and a major buddy to use for the photo booth. I already sold the major buddy and the foam finger. Wedding used.
Wedding used. Wow.
Wedding used.
Used by like most of the wrestlers and Elvis.
That's right. That's right. And Elvis. That's right.
Yeah.
So
All right.
pretty ridiculous wedding.
Loved it. All right. Know your bro. Use the hashtag know your bro. And I'll ask Broski a question and you get an 8x10. Brian Chairs at Brian Chairs 7. Watching MC TRUELONG story, hearing you talk about the storyline with Eve, and I wanted to ask, if you could pick a female to team with at the pay-per-view after WrestleMania 28 to face Eve and a partner, who would you have picked? Hashtag know your bro.
Man, I got to think like who the roster was back then.
Well, Kelly was like the top baby face, kind of, right?
Yeah. I remember that WrestleMania match that I'm in, it's already a lot of people with Team Teddy versus Team Johnny. But then there's like the Bella twins are out there, Oksana's out there, Hornswoggle's out there, Teddy Long's out there, Johnny Ace is out there. There's so many fucking people out there.
Right.
I would say like I would team with one of the Bellas, but I think they're gone shortly thereafter.
That little hiatus, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Kelly?
Yeah, I think that would probably be that would probably be the one.
Yeah.
Top baby face, yeah, versus Eve and I don't know. Jack Swagger.
And that's Chelsea's favorite wrestler, so maybe I would have met Chelsea earlier. I don't know.
Is it really? Oh, okay.
It is, yeah.
All right, characters debuted on this episode, none returning. Hawkins and Chi. This episode clocks in 218,000 397. I'm reading that wrong. 5 minutes and 59 seconds. January 5th, 2011. That'll do it for episode 47.
Here's a little fun game, Mark. Let's pretend my wedding was a Z TRUELONG Island Story episode. How many characters returnings could we do?
Oh man, Dad, Chi, your brother,
Laraka.
Laraka's been in the show.
Big O threw him off of the boardwalk.
Yeah,
Cody was a big Laraka fan.
Yeah. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Loved it. Loved it.
Let's see, Ziggler, Morrison.
Yep, Ziggler, Morrison. Morrison returns from the dead.
Was Miz ever on? Miz is on the show like episode 100.
Okay,
so he would be returning.
Yeah.
Brian Myers,
Hawkins for sure.
Trent. Trent, where's Trent? We found him.
Yes, he was there.
Oh man, my brother Andrew kept going up to Gallows all night. Hey, fake Kane, fake Kane, fake Kane.
I love your brother Andrew. He's the greatest.
He's shot.
He's great.
Oh man, what a wedding!
Super fun. All right, so ProWrestlingTees.com. There's a sale right now till January 6th.
New Year's, baby.
So you got a couple more days. ProWrestlingTees.com/MajorWF Pod is shirts for this show and Matt and me and the Major Pod Network. And ProWrestlingTees.com/Matt Cardona and Smart Mark Sterling for our shirts. Shop AEW for my two AEW shirts if you want to check those out. Today I am wearing, and this is available, the live, which one is this? 9?
No, that's live 7, I think.
Live whatever, Stomp in Oshkosh. It was a very, very fun. I think I'm wearing the hat that matches. I'm not sure. But I pulled this out of my closet. It's one of my favorite pictures. It's all of us as Stomp like cartoons. We actually have a jacket that I'm probably never going to wear again, but I can't bring myself to sell it. But
we have Live 11 coming up in Orlando, Florida. I
can't wait,
but it's sold out. So
sold out, and I got my tickets. Going to go to a park the night before.
There you go.
It's going to be great.
Let's see. Mark talked about Pro Wrestling Tees, all that stuff. So MajorPodMerch.com, Major Bendy still for sale. Myself, Brian Myers, Smart Mark, and Swoggle. Make sure you get those. And also this week, Saturday night, Impact Hard to Kill. I'm going for the Impact World Title myself versus W. Morrissey versus Moose. I made my Impact debut last year at Hard to Kill, and now a year later, going for the World Title. And this year I was going to put out this nice, like, long post of all the things I've done in 2021, and I still put out a post, but I wasn't going to, I didn't need to list all the cool things. Like I know, my fans know, and just sitting back and reflecting, because I was going through my phone. I tried to do one of those collage things. I'm like, there were so many fucking cool things that I did, and I thank the fans for their support. And it was an incredible year. It was my favorite year of my career without a doubt. 2011 was, and it took a decade, but holy shit, 2021. I did not think when I started 2021 that it would be my favorite year in my career. Take a shot at Major PBR. But it was, so I thank you guys, and it was a hell of a ride, and hopefully 2022 is not going to be like 2012.
Oh man, if it mirrors the 10-year thing.
Oh boy.
All of a sudden
shit.
you're wow, that'd be weird. I'll tell you this too before you close out. I had the same exact feeling, man. I started the year barely leaving my house, not vaccinated. We weren't. Things were still shut down. There was no indie shows. I'm still trying to do stuff in my house. I'm not even seeing family. Last year for Christmas, we didn't even see family. Things like that. All this crazy stuff happens for me this year, and I literally the same thing. I'm going through my phone, getting all the best pictures from Dynamite and all that stuff, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna, and I put it up today. I'm just like, just put a thing. I said, I had a great year. Thank you everybody for the support, all that stuff, because you're right. Our fans sort of know what happened this year, and we're just gonna continue on riding that wave. Major Pod Network forever.
That's right, baby. And
all right,
Major
close
PBR forever. Let's not forget that. Major PBR.
Yes.
Who sent Major PBRs to my hotel suite for the bachelor, the groomsmen pregame, and also sent me some Major PBR condoms that, I did not use.
You're married now. You're married.
That's right. All right, guys. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Buy all the merch. Go back. Subscribe to this, whether it be wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube. Listen or watch the previous episodes. And take care. Spike your hair.
Just take care.